This program is already testing me and I've only just started. If I'm not doing pauses, I'm doing tempos and I'm doing all the percentage work along with it. This is the new Weightlifting and Strength Programming by Team Training, which is the exact program Craig Ritchie's following currently. In today's video, I'm going to take you through what the program consists of, why I'm doing it, and is this a good choice for what you're looking to achieve if you're looking for a program yourself? Well, in today's video, we are going to find out all those answers. So let's get into it. So what is this program I'm following, you ask? The Weightlifting and Strength Team Training Program, which is designed to help improve your Olympic lifting and gain raw strength to be able to move numbers forward. This program is aimed to help you build the foundation of what you need to build from for the Olympic lift movement. So we're looking at back squat, front squat, clean and jerk, and snatch, along with bodybuilding movements to complement it. And how this program works is that it's based over a 9-day cycle. One day is weightlifting, the next day will be bodybuilding work, and then you get the third day as rest. I will come on to that and how I adapt that, because clearly that structure is not going to work for everyone. I chose this because it's a well-rounded and well-structured program. I've followed the Team Training Strength Program for some time. This is just the newest version of it, following along with Craig Ritchie and his bodybuilding style to accompany that. Looking at the bodybuilding stuff as more accessory work to support those big lifts and those big pulling and pushing movements that we're going to be doing. But so far I've really enjoyed how they complement each other. One day you're doing weightlifting, the next day you're doing bodybuilding. Sometimes when you have back-to-back days of squatting, sometimes your legs do feel a little bit tired from doing all that work. With the bodybuilding part, it's a slightly different stimulus, and even when you're doing leg extensions and hamstring curls, it's not the same amount of stress that a squat would need. And so far, I found actually it's quite complementary.
Also, by putting the weightlifting on the first day, you really prioritise the work you need to do to move those movements forward.
And the second day will be the complementary bodybuilding accessory stuff with a rest. So you're always going in fresh if you are following and can follow the 9-day cycle that they suggest. So if you can stick to the design of the program, so weightlifting day on day 1, bodybuilding day on day 2, day 3 is rest day, and rinse and repeat, you're always going to make sure you have a rest day before you go into the big compound movements like the back squats and the front squats, so on and so forth. Now for me, I train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, have Thursday off, train Friday, Saturday, and sometimes, if I'm allowed, I will be able to train a little bit on a Sunday. So for me, I have to then pick and choose what I do when. Monday to Wednesday, I typically train in CrossFit class, so I won't necessarily get much of my programming done at the beginning of the week. That said, some of the accessory movements I can do after a class. Now that's what I've been doing recently, and it just helps me get off 1 or 2 of those days from the bodybuilding point of view after the classes. And actually it's quite complementary for some of the movements that we've done in the class. It doesn't really interfere. I will be able to pick and choose some of those movements that I'm not feeling too tired from the workout before. That said, when it comes to the weekend, I have to then prioritize the programming. So I try and get all the big lifts done, the front squats and the back squats, and then make sure I hit the clean and jerk and snatch at least once, depending on how the week's gone. Now, if I've had a really good week, obviously I can then train maybe a little bit on a Sunday and then finish the whole week as intended. But it's not a perfect science. For me, I don't have 9 days, and the way my program works, and most people have set up in a routine that you have a routine to follow, you can't necessarily be rigid to that sort of program. Great if you can, but for me, that isn't necessarily the case. So I'm going to choose how and when I do those days. And I think there is flexibility, obviously, in a program like this. And that's the joy of it. You can pick and choose what you can do when you can do it. So this program will have you back squatting and front squatting. It will have you hitting clean and jerks. I believe it's twice in those 9 days. So on one day you will be doing, so far at least in the program, I've been doing pause power reps, both clean and jerk and snatch, and I've been doing tempo squat clean and jerk and tempo snatch also. So I'm hitting those movements twice per week. I really like the idea that you get a whole day of bodybuilding / accessory work, and it will probably help not tax your central nervous system so much as opposed to if you're doing back-to-back days squatting. I like the idea that you're going to have a little bit more rest in your legs and a rest day, ahead of the next lifting day that you do. I've had programs in the past where it feels like I'm squatting consistently day in, day out, and after a few weeks, my legs and knees really feel it. So I'm looking forward to see how taking a step back, doing the accessory movement, the bodybuilding movement on a whole day will really help in the long run. Now, this program, I'm about 5 weeks in now, so the videos I'm putting on screen will be from my first week. So far, I felt really good, and now we're starting to incorporate more tempo work in those front squats and back squats. I think that's going to be really challenging, and it's a great way of making a lighter load a little bit more challenging, but in the same way, you're going to be creating those stabilizing muscles, that mind muscle connection, and building the foundation to move forward with over the next few weeks. So if you are looking for a structured program, this might just be the one. I will keep you all updated over the next few weeks on how I progress on this new block. Really excited to be taking this one on. I've been following the team training programming for probably 2 years-ish now, and now they're adding the bodybuilding part. I'm really excited to see how this will help progress my lifts. If you are interested, I will leave a link below so you can go and check out the team training programming on their website. They've got lots of different programs on their website, so weightlifting is the one I'm following. However, there's other ones for you to maybe choose from if you're looking for something different. If you haven't already, make sure you do subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah.